Today, I like to define the differences between chipping and pitching. We can define the short game as all shots in 25 yards. A chip shot is one that has less air time and more ground time with a lower trajectory. That is, the ball doesn't have much carry in the beginning of the shot and spends most of its time rolling on the ground. Contrarily, the pitch shot is one that spends more air time and less ground time. It is a higher trajectory shot that carries a farther distance, spins more, and stops faster when hits the green. Firstly, I'd like to point out that when hitting pitch shot or a chip shot, the first bounce must be on the green if at all possible. If you're going to hit a lower shot, chip shot, and it was bouncing it into a mound or a fairway or even edge of the green, you wouldn't really be able to predict accurately how the ball would release. There is a much better chance of anticipating how the ball will release once you carry over everything and the ball gets on the green. If you will want to play a club with lower loft, such as a 7 or 8 iron, if possible, and still have the first bounce to be on the green. First of all, the most important part of deciding what shot, pitch shot, or chip shot to play is assessing the lie and how much space is from the edge of the green to the hole. With the chip shot with the 9 iron, you are going to try to carry the ball 1/3 of the way and then let it release 2/3 of the way. With the pitching wedge, try to carry the ball 1/2 of the way and release another 1/2 of the way. With an 8 iron, try to carry the ball 1/4 of the way and release 3/4 of the way. Let me explain about chipping first. Address the ball using a narrow stance, about 70 or 80% of your weight on the lead foot and the ball positioned back in the stance. Handle of the club should be normal hand position in front of your inner thigh and choke down a little bit for easy control. When you go to take a backswing, you have to maintain your weight 70 or 80% on the left foot. If you shift your weight into your right foot during the backswing, because of such a small swing, the lateral movement causes thin shots and fast shots. One important thing to remember is not to break your left wrist. It is similar to the putting motion. This stick will help you not to break your wrist. When you do follow swing, the stick must not touch your left body. Now I am explaining about pitching. The setup for a pitch shot is very similar like a chip shot. The feet are still close together with your weight about 60 to 70% favoring on the left foot. Choke down a little bit for easy control. The ball position is in the middle of your stance for a higher trajectory and more spin. If you open your club head about 10 to 15 degrees, that will help more spins. You can use a 56-degree sand wedge. When you do backswing, you can hinge a little bit for the steeper downswing to have more spin. This situation is for chipping. From the ball to the green edge is about 4 yards. From edge of the green to the hole is about 16 yards. I will drive 5 yards with 9 iron with putting motion not breaking my left wrist. I believe the ball will run 15 yards. This situation is for pitching. The total length from the ball to the hole is about 20 yards, and from the ball to the edge of the green is about 14 yards. The edge of the green to the hole is about 6 yards. I'm taking 52-degree sandwich to hit about 16 yards. I will put my ball in the center of my stance, and when I do backswing, I hinge a little bit for backspin. For the average golfer, gaining more control of the golf ball around the greens is one of the quickest ways to lower their scores. Enjoy your golf.